Hey, what's happening? This is Tom, nerdremix.com. In Northwest Ohio, it is fucking hot today. We're talking like 90s and shit. So I'm cooling in my bar here, enjoying a few beers or a few beverages, and I watched from Happy Cloud Pictures, the nice people at Happy Cloud Pictures, Demon Divas and the Lanes of Damnation. Yes. Cool film. Cool independent horror film. The movie centers around a group of ladies, a group of 5 ladies, that open a bowling alley in a small college town called Coventry Lanes. Get it? Coventry Lanes? The women involved are played by a veritable who's who of indie horror vets, newcomers, and stalwarts, and legends. They're played by, you have Maggie, played by Robin Griggs. You have Babs, played by the lovely and talented Lilith Stabbs. Yes, she looks really good in this. Amy Lynn Best, who also produced this, her husband, Mike Watt, wrote and directed it. She plays Crystal. And then you have genre legend Brink Stevens playing Morgan, and rounding out, last but certainly not least, a woman who personally I'm in love with. She's my hero, Debbie motherfucking Rochon. How can you get a better cast than that, right? Well, they open this bowling alley, and there's 2 girls there, kind of nerdy, nebbishly girls who, you know, had pledged to a certain sorority, Tri-Row, and they are Lisa, who's played by Nikki McCrae, and Taffy, a very hot Asian girl, and she is played by Sofia Smirnova. I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, Lisa is in love with Johnny Carson. Yes, Johnny Carson, played by Aaron Bernard, and they get picked on by the girls from the hot sorority, Row. Kind of Revenge of the Nerd-ish. But anyway, the hot girls are Frankie, Rochelle, Becky, and Infinity. And let's see, Rochelle is played by Stephanie Batoni. Frankie is Rochelle Williams. Becky, with an I, is played by Tabitha Carrick. And Infinity is played by Tara Cooper. She's pretty hot too. So is Becky. Actually, there's a lot of eye candy in this movie. And let me get to some good parts of this movie. I don't want to give too many spoilers away. I don't like to do that in reviews because I want you to actually buy this movie, rent this movie, or do whatever. So I'm going to give you a plot outline. Needless to say, the demon ladies that run the bowling alley, they have something to hide. They grant a wish to Lisa and Taffy, because Lisa's in love with Johnny, and they want to be popular. They want to get picked on. It's an old story. It's kind of given a cool twist here. It's a bowling alley, and let's just say things happened. And there's some very good gory moments, very cool gory moments. All the acting is pretty good. There's a strip bowling scene that I have a few issues with. Who wears 2 pairs of panties? Really, honestly, who wears 2 pairs of panties? But you get to see some nice skin, no breasts. I kind of have a problem with that, but hot nonetheless. And at one point, Taffy has a nice lesbian scene with Frankie in a sauna. No nipple there either, but you know. What can you say? It's a cool film. There's also some really other cool. I mean, Lisa and Taffy eventually become hot girls, and they kind of steal the guys in this, lights are lowered kind of 80s romantic comedy movie almost. Kind of a 16 Candles-ish thing, and the music in the background, the synth riff, kind of reminded me of Runaway by Bon Jovi. Anyway, the Demon Divas are all hotted up, and they're grinding and everything on. The janitor kid, McLovin, and Brad, who is played by Jeff Walchowski. And that Jeff Walchowski really pisses me off because Debbie Rochon is in like this black latex thing, and she's grinding on him, and she licks her lips, and yeah, Debbie does stuff like that to me. Probably a million other guys, but I digress. So anyway, it all wraps up pretty nicely. I'm not going to say it's predictable, because it isn't. There's a little bit of a twist there, and it's a really cool movie. The audio was uneven a little bit at one point, where they're talking to the divas are on the laptop computer. But other than that, I think it's a pretty cool movie. I could definitely see I hate to use the word throwback because I've been throwing that around lately, but at least I'm not using the word grindhouse, right? Because personally, I'm fucking tired of that. Grindhouse is just an excuse to make a shitty movie. This is not Grindhouse. This is something I could totally see in like 1992 Rhonda Shear hosting on Up All Night. It's that kind of a movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it shouldn't, and that's why it works. And it works really well. So anyway, without giving too much away, I think I gave you some reasons to check this out. The cast, I mean, Brink Stevens, Debbie Rochon, Amy Lynn Best, Little Stabs, freaking Robin Griggs. I mean, you gotta check it out just for that, right? And there's, like I said, there's a lot of eye candy in this, a lot of bra and panty shots, no boobs, and it says nudity on here. What's up, guys? Come on, throw me a bone. No pun intended. Anyway, pretty good movie. I really liked it. I think you will too. If you're a fan of the 80s schlock, campy stuff, you're gonna love this. And I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. 85%. That's like a high B. So, and I'm notoriously kind of, you know, I very rarely give a 9. I've never given a 10. But 8.5 out of 10 for Demon Divas and Lanes of Damnation. Definitely check it out. If nothing else, for all the hot girls. But there is a cool story. It has a nice ending to it, and it has a heart. This movie does. It doesn't take itself too serious, and that's why it works. So check it out, rent it, buy it, look it up on the internet. Don't fucking download a torrent though, or I'll come to your house and I'll kill you. 8.5 out of 10. I'm Tom, nerdremix.com. Support independent horror. Thanks.